3 reasons you can cheat on someone you love. I learned this from a relationship therapist. This is no justification to cheat. It just explains how it's not black and white, and how you can love someone and still make a very bad choice. 1, it's possible to love 2 people at the same time. 2, you're in love and you feel like you've met your forever person and you just can't believe it. So what do? You have a freak out and you feel safer subconsciously to sabotage good things. 3, part of you is gone missing in your current relationship. You meet someone else and that part of you that was missing comes to life. Again, none of these are good reasons to cheat. And if you get cheated on by someone who loves you, you don't have to stay. But understand that you cheated does not mean I don't love you. Sometimes it's more complicated than that.
Man, this chick put more spin on cheating than a load of laundry. This is some pretty scary times we're living in, where a woman literally just gets on camera and says it's okay to cheat, right? And I'm not making excuses for cheating, but she goes ahead and makes excuses for cheating, right? Unreal. No, if you cheat on your man, you don't love him. If you cheat on him, you should be ashamed of yourself, right? Just because of the amount of access that women have to men, right? It's so easy for them to cheat. They have lots and lots of access to guys, right? Whereas for guys, we don't have that, right? That's why they have this old saying that men are only as faithful as their options. I mean, for men, cheating is different, right? And I know a lot of women don't like it when you say things like that, right? That there is a double standard. For men, it's different because we don't have a lifetime of access to the opposite sex, right? Physically or otherwise, right? For men, you have a very, very small, finite amount of dating options throughout your lifetime. And for many men, they marry one of those dating options, right? It's usually just a very small handful, a very small pool of women that they have access to throughout their lifetime. Whereas for women, even if you're not that great looking, you can have access to a whole lot of guys, okay? And this is why when you take advantage of that, you are called a slut. Okay? When you don't exercise self-control and you just go and sleep around with all of these dudes that you have access to, you are labeled a thought or a 304. Whereas a guy, we just don't have that kind of access. So it's harder to call a guy a slut, because most guys who have access to the amount of women that most guys don't have access to, he's labeled a stud for the fact that he's doing something that a lot of guys can't, or he looks in a way that a lot of guys don't, right? He might be 6 feet and all this, and exactly what women want to see physically. So the fact that she is making excuses for a woman cheating is it's just not right, man. I mean, it's just not right. And even the times I've cheated on people in the past, I didn't feel good about it, right? I mean, but she's sitting there literally saying that it's okay if these are the circumstances. It's like, okay, if those are the circumstances, that, hey, you're in a relationship with somebody and you claim to love them, and then you go to work and then they hire some new Juan or Pedro that you fall in love, that you're attracted to because he looks a lot better than your man and you have a better connection, that does not make it okay. Okay? That does not make it okay. And what does that say about you, right? And say Pedro takes you seriously for whatever reason, you're not just a side chick, and you tell him this, like, yeah, I'm cheating on my man. I mean, you're starting off on the wrong foot, right? You're basically telling this person that you're willing to cheat if somebody better comes along. I mean, this chick is literally admitting that she is hypergamous. Okay? And that's why we talk about, that term so much in the red pill community is women are just naturally hypergamous by nature. And it is the good women that are able to suppress that hypergamous side of themselves and stay with their man. I mean, it just shows that they have character, that they were raised right, that they have morals, right? But a chick who's going to get on TikTok and legit say that it's okay to cheat under these circumstances, and it's probably because she's done that, right? She's probably just looking for confirmation bias, right? Because she's too cowardly to just admit, like, I'm not a good person, I'm a cheater, I'm a thought, I'm hypergamous. I would have a lot more respect for her if she at least did that, but she's not, right? I mean, and any guy who would be crazy enough to date this chick seriously, outside of just, getting laid, any guy who would be crazy enough to date her, all you have to do is like show the dude this video and go, you sure you want to put a ring on that? Did you hear what she just said? She just said she's gonna make it okay to cheat on you if somebody better comes along. I mean, in not so many words, that is what she's saying. If I find somebody who's better, somebody I have more of a connection with, somebody I fall for, even though I'm with you, it's okay to cheat. She's saying, I'm basically going to leave you if a better option comes along. Let's be real. That's what she's saying when we get down to brass tacks, right? Through all her little word salad right there. That's essentially what she's saying is, you know what? I'll be with you for now until something better comes along. And sadly, that's most women. I mean, not most, but most modern women, right? Most of these women who will forever be single, and it's no surprise this chick is in her 30s and still single. That's why we call them the DG on this channel. Next clip.
Here's one of my favorite dating tips that my therapist told me about that I never want you to forget. When you're dating somebody, if you look at them and say, I like them, but that is when you know this person's not for you. I'm not talking about, oh, I just want them to open up a little bit more. Or, yeah, I can't wait to learn more about them. That's normal. That's dating. But if your conversation is, yeah, he's super great, but he's not ready for commitment, or, but he's not really emotionally available, or, but I just wish he was more like this, then what you're doing is you're looking at potential and you're not actually seeing the person for who they are. People are not going to change for anybody else besides themselves. And while, yes, of course, you can express needs, wants, desires, and see if somebody is willing to match you halfway. But if you're talking about the biggies, like somebody's communication style, their emotional availability, their traumas, and things like that, if you can't look at the person that you're dating and accept them for who they are, then this is not the person that you should continue to pursue. Imagine if somebody did that to you. Oh, I would like her if she did this. Because what that is you're not accepting people as they are. And trying to change them is a moot point. So stop betting on potential.
The fact that she's getting her advice from her therapist, her dating advice from her therapist, that is what the actual red flag is. Forget about what your therapist told you. The red flag here is the fact that you are getting your dating tips from your therapist, that you are tapping your credit card on, and is basically telling you whatever you want to hear. And 99% of the time, these therapists are female, and they themselves are single, and they themselves don't like men, and they themselves are against patriarchy and any form of anything traditional, God forbid, especially when it comes to male to female relationships. So that is the last person you should be taking advice from. And the fact that she is seeing this chick and taking her seriously should tell you all you need to know. I mean, there's no surprise here that this woman is well over 30, probably in her 40s, still single, no man, no ring, on the dating apps, getting ran through by the Pookies and Tyrones of the world that will even go there. I mean, she's not really, attractive in my opinion. But the fact that she's out there and getting her dating tips from her therapist should tell you all you need to know about this chick and what she's about and what her thought process is. Also, the fact that her therapist is telling, I mean, why do you guys even listen to these people? The fact that her therapist is like, oh, he checks all the boxes except this one box. Okay, except this one box. I don't like the color shoes he wears. And that literally was part of a factual stat that I read where women will literally like not go forward with a guy on a, will not see him again after the first date if he doesn't wear the right brand of shoes or doesn't color match with his clothes or something. I mean, these chicks are just insane. Whereas guys, all we really look for is a chick who's attractive and nice. I mean, that's really all we want at the end of the day, like attractive and kind. We don't ask for much. If she's wearing the wrong like color heels or shoes or whatever, That's not something that is a deal breaker for us. But apparently for women, if you show up and your friggin' tennis shoes are not matching your blazer, deal breaker, done, right? That's what she means by but. So, but these are the things that you will learn from a therapist. Like, oh, he checks all the boxes. He's so perfect for me. And then your therapist will go, so everything's perfect? There's not anything at all? Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure there's not something? I'm sure there's something about him that must bother you. Be honest with it. Just let it go. Tell me what it is. What it is. And then she might say, well, I didn't like his shoelace color. It was a little off-white. It wasn't like pearly white. It was just kind of off-white, almost like ivory or something. Okay, it's a deal breaker. He's not the one. He's not the one. And that's how these chicks, these therapists, keep these dumbass broads single for the rest of their lives and on these dating apps getting ran through by the Pookies and Tyrones of the world. That is the life they choose, and don't feel bad for them. Next clip.
My therapist said this to me recently, and it blew my mind. She said that if you're going through a breakup or you have with someone who is an avoidant attachment, and it seems like they're completely fine, completely unfazed, they have no problem staying in contact and just being super casual. And if they are an avoidant attachment, then they'll always be okay in that state, because for them, their natural state is compartmentalizing to the point of just avoiding all of those hard feelings. And so if you feel like, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling all of these hard things? And they seem to just be completely normal. This is often the case. And she said they will literally always be unfazed.
And here we have yet another chick taking advice from her therapist, who is likely single, because most of these therapists, again, do not like men, don't like the patriarchy, don't like traditionalism, and are still single themselves. Many of them are unmarried, and here they are taking advice from them while they themselves want to be in a relationship. They themselves want to get married, and they're listening to somebody who is not married, who is telling them, basically giving them bad advice, right? Bad advice. So if you want to get fit, for example, if you want to, get jacked, would you take advice from a fat person? No, of course not. Okay? You would take advice from somebody who is fit, somebody who is jacked. If you want to become a self-made millionaire driving a Lambo, would you listen to a guy who's broke and living in a cardboard box? No. You would listen to a guy who's got a successful business and driving a Lambo, right? If you want to learn how to approach women, talk to women, attract women, okay, you would talk to a guy who has studied pickup artistry his entire life, who is one of the best in the world. That's who you would talk to, right? So if you're a chick and you want to get in a relationship with a guy, find a guy, even if you're not looking to get married, and you just want to find be more successful, and just find one guy to be with, one guy to go the distance with. You do not want to listen to a woman who does not like men, first of all, and also is female. So just from a biological standpoint, she's out to sabotage you in most cases, even though she's probably oblivious to the fact she's doing it, and is going to feed you counter advice that is not going to help you get to your goal, right? If you want to get to your goal, say it's to be with a guy, you should listen to women that are with guys and that love men and can tell you what you're doing wrong, right? You don't need to, and you don't even need to swipe a credit card to talk to those women, okay? So these chicks with their therapists, man, when will it end? But as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know if you'd like to add anything, share anything, drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you there. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here with the Lamborghini. Such a beautiful car. Just got this car, and we're going to be featuring it here on the channel for many months and many years to come. So get used to it. And yes, I still have the DeLorean. DeLorean is not going anywhere. But we are going to enjoy this car for many years to come while we have it here on the channel. Just picked this car up, had it delivered basically a week ago. The same guy who delivered my DeLorean, TJ, at Florida Exotic Transport. He also delivered the Lamborghini for me. You can also follow me on IG at MadCrossOfficial if you want to see the entire process of me purchasing this car. I'll probably do a full review on my Alpha channel, which should be fun. I'll have that up momentarily if it's not up already. This car is just amazing, right? I was on the hunt for this car for over 2 years. And then finally when it popped up, it took me over 2.5 months to close this deal and get this car at the right price where I felt comfortable, they felt comfortable letting it go. This is in Rosa Festo Red. This car is finished in Rosa Festo Red, which is one of the rarest colors for Lamborghini. It's a $14,880 option. It's gorgeous, looks really good. But going to be featuring it in a lot more coaching videos here on the channel, so I'm very excited about it, as you can see. But as always, gentlemen, don't forget to smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell as well, so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, please, right? Helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe and you don't just take off on me, right? So make sure you're subscribed to the 33 Secrets as well. This is in the right color too, right? This is basically the color of the 33 Secrets right here, right? I should put a big 33 logo right on the hood. Just piss off all the modern women out there. In any case, for you guys who want to support my work and everything I'm teaching you here, all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I've been teaching you for years and years, if I've added value to your life, if you love what I do here, the best way to support me is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making it happen every single week. I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us. Right? We should all be driving Lamborghinis. In any case, that's the best way to support my work, guys. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out. Man, this car is gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Woo! Oh, goodness gracious. What a ride.